Hi everyone! Welcome to day 8 of my fasting period. We have still quite a long way to go, but today is a turning point in the fasting day and in the fasting series, and stick around and you'll know why. In today's video I'm going to talk about what day 8 is, and I'm going to talk about how today went, not being without food for 8 straight days. So nothing but teas and vegetable juice. That's it. And today is special. Why? Because the first week is up. We only have 2 weeks more to go and then we're finished. So I have my notes ready. I have been taking them throughout the day, and I also have my computer ready to read what happened a year ago on my fasting journey on day 8. And also I have my measurement tracker, fasting tracker that I've prepared, and we're going to see the results from the past week. So what my weight was. We already went through every day how much I lost that day or a day before, but now we're going to add things up. We're going to see how much weight I've lost altogether in 1 week, and we're going to see what how many centimeters of each body part that I lost weight in. But if you're new here, welcome. On this channel I talk about prolonged fasting, and I think that fasting is anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks. Anything shorter is not a prolonged fast, in my opinion, and I have been doing it for the past 28 years. And also on this channel I help to motivate you and help to motivate you and start your first prolonged fasting and successfully finish it. Alright, so if you're ready, let's get going. Today was a really good day. Yesterday was a bad day. It was not such a bad day for me, but my husband and my mother and father, they were all very, how do you say, without spirit, without any energy, and they were hurting and they couldn't concentrate, and it was a bad day. Yes, this is the description of a bad day, so if you want to know what it is, it's that. But today it all turned around. So usually when fasting, you have a bad day and the next day is really good. So today was such a day. Even for me, it was not that bad for me yesterday, but today it was even better, let's say. But to start from the beginning, when I woke up, I didn't sleep very well. This night I had nightmares. Today there were nightmares. Every other day from the fasting day I had dreams. But today there were first nightmares. I don't know what it was about, but I think it was something to do with work. I don't know. Again, so yes, I know. Write me down in the comments how many times I told you that my dreams were connected to work and I need to change it. So if you have been keeping track. But yes, other than that, when weighing in the morning, I was pleasantly surprised that my weight dropped for 0.4 kilograms, so 400 grams I lost today. And my husband was even better, because he lost 700 grams today. Yesterday he didn't lose anything, but today, no, the day before, yesterday we both lost 100 grams, but today me 400 and my husband he lost 700. So that's a really good starting point, or the end of the week. All right, yeah, I was feeling that good that in the when I got to work, I didn't go exactly straight away to my office, but I did a turn around my firm, because it was a beautiful morning. It was -10 degrees today. It was really cold. but the stars were still up because I start, we in Slovenia usually start at 7 o'clock, usually 7 to 8 o'clock. We start our work day and I start at 7. So yes, it was still night out and it was really beautiful. The air was clean, it was crisp, and I really enjoyed the walk. Fresh air is very beneficial when I'm fasting. So anytime I have a bad day, if I go outside, I feel instantly better. So fresh air and Mother Nature, thumbs up. What problems did I have? It was with my pants again. They are starting to get loose around the hips and around my buttocks, but around my midsection, around my waist, they are still very tight, and they get even tighter during the day as the day progresses. So I unbuttoned it as much as I could and covered it with my sweater, but by the end of the day at 2 or 3 o'clock I even rolled it down. So it was not a good day concerning my my midsection. But also today, since it was a good day, I didn't have any problems drinking my vegetable juice. I didn't feel nauseous, I think it's that word. I didn't feel nauseous, and I didn't have any problems with it. I drank all of my teas when I was still at work, so when I got home, only today I had pineapple juice. Freshly squeezed pineapple juice. It was unbelievably good for my for my tongue, you know, to get something else rather than tea all day. What else? Yes, I think that's about it. My mother and father also felt much better today, and so did my husband. He said that he was standing most of the day at his desk because he didn't want to sit down, and his theory is that he felt that bad yesterday because he was sitting all day. I don't know, I can't tell him because I am sitting most of the time when I'm working behind the computer, but he has the luxury, you know, to lift his desk. I only have a stationary desk, so I cannot move it. So I just jog around a couple of times around my office, do a couple of squats, and that's it for me. Yeah, but that was day number 8. And let's see, because today is going to be a little bit, I think, longer video. Let's see what I did, what my entry was for last year for day number 8. It was April 11 when I was on day 8 of my fasting period, and my first entry was at 10 o'clock in the morning. A week! It's been a week. It's so interesting how time flies. Not in the beginning, but when you look back and see that you started this 7 days ago, it's so inspiring. That's true. I was in full motion this morning. I was preparing my teas and my vegetable juice for 2 hours. That's how long it took for the photograph, every single procedure for the course. I was building my course. It's not finished yet, but I did take all of the pictures of every tea, of how much I put it inside of the cups, and I will do a video on it because I don't think the pictures are good enough, you know, for the people to get the idea, or it's easier to follow a video than it is to follow pictures, in my opinion, right now. By the end, I was so hungry, I needed to sit down and drink the freshly squeezed juice, which I never do. I like it cold because, boy, it's bad if it's warm. I didn't even have time to take my weekly measurements, but no matter, I'll do it tomorrow morning. So this was day 8, and then the next entry was at 9 o'clock in the evening. It was an exhausting rest of the day. I had a coffee date 2 times in the course of 5 hours. The first was my colleagues from work. It wasn't as pleasant as I'd hoped it was going to be. I find that I don't miss their company as much as I thought I did. There is something to say about peace and quiet of a home and the possibility to choose the people you'll be socializing with. This is the time when I was on my sick leave for 8 months because of my my burnout. And that was the first time that they came to visit me. It was in April, and I started working again in May. So 7 months they didn't come and see me or phone me or anything else. They just came to see if I was ready to change my job position and my and the office that I was working in, and I was really glad to change it. But what else? The second was play date with my kids and their friends. It was talking. I was talking to their mother, and it was fully with both. It was fully. We both started. And it was crazy because we both started a diet last week, 2 days apart. She's doing a low carb diet, but was interested in my fasting. After explaining it to her, it was a non-reaction. I don't know how you can do it. I'm used to this by now. I don't. I know it doesn't need another detailed description of the fast. They are just describing their point of view. It's sad though. I would really like to find a person I could talk about this, to exchange ideas and experiences. I feel so alone in this aspect. And sad that so few people are willing to try fasting and experience the benefits. The sugar really has its claws deep into us. Okay. I was hurrying through this. Yes, I really never spoke with a person outside of my family that would get what fasting is. I told a lot of people about it, people who were sick, who I knew that fasting could help because I've seen it done. But it's really hard to find people who are, first of all, open to the suggestion of fasting, and second of all, to try it. It's, no matter how it sounds now, 3 weeks is a long period to go without food. Even for me, and I've been doing it for the past 28 years. And if you're a beginner, it's even more daunting. But to this day, I haven't found anyone who would do it just for the sake of weight loss. I've spoken with people who did it in controlled groups, in a spa. They offered special programs of fasting, and my colleague at work actually had gone through this 3-week fast, and she was in a hotel for the 3 weeks, and they had a whole program organized around fasting, you know, going outside and the teas and the juices and exercise and everything. So she was satisfied, but she was also diagnosed with, I think, breast cancer, and she recuperated really well. But other than that, to do it simply for weight loss, like I've been doing it for the past 28 years, it's not very common. You know, aside from my family, so my parents and my husband, and okay, my uncle, because he was also the son of my grandmother who started this whole process. I don't know anybody who would do it. So I would really like to encourage people with my channel to give it a go. If you can last for 3 weeks, then last for 3 weeks. If you cannot, you can do it for 2 or even maybe even 1 week. But the confidence and the energy that you get from, you know, doing something that, I don't know, 1% of the whole population does, it is incredible and it is really inspiring. But also, okay, now I would like to show you my fasting tracker that I did, and we're going to see the results that that this week has brought regarding my measurements and my weight. So this is the tracker, fasting tracker that I made, and this fasting tracker has been is still in the improvement phase. Why? Because I'm still trying to put things inside that would make you would make it easier to use. So you have two, basically I have two fasting trackers. The first one is for kilograms and centimeters, and the second one is for American measurements, so for inches and pounds. This is the introduction, you don't need to see that now. And this is my fasting journey. So to give you let's see, to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Let's see. Yeah, to give you the idea of what I'm talking about, I've been going over all of the measurements for the past week. So I started on 13th of February with my weight being 77.6 kilograms. And then I lost 1.2 kilograms on Valentine's Day. That was in my first day. I lost 1.2 kilograms, and I was 76.4 kilograms in weight. And then day number 3, I went down 1.4 kilograms. Day number 4, 0.4. And day number 5, it was 0.6 kilograms, and day 6, it was 0.4, and yesterday it was 0.1. But today I am, this is already entry for week number 2, and it's been 73.1 kilograms today, and I went down for 400 grams, which is really good. So what I wanted to tell you is this is what I wanted to show you about my fasting tracker. I have these are all of the measurements that I'm taking. So chest, how wide is my chest? You know, I always have the same bra, and I measure the chest area, and then the right arm and the left arm, and then we have the waist where the belly button is, and then we have the lower waist, because this is always my problematic area, and I decided to put it inside. And then I have my hip width. Also I added my butt, because hip and butt are not the same. You will see. And then I have my right thigh and my left thigh, and I have my right calf and my left calf. So these are the measurements that I take. So not to spoil anything, when I started, my measurements were like this. So my chest, my weight was 77.6 kilograms, and then I started with my chest. My chest around my body, the chest around my body was 103 centimeters. And then we have the right and the left arm at the widest possible part of the arm. I take my measurements always at the widest part of the body part that I'm, I don't know, the body part that I am measuring. So the left and right arm were both 33 centimeters. And then we have my let's say waist. My waist was 90 centimeters, so with around my belly button, 90 centimeters. My lower stomach, lower waist was 100 centimeters, so 10 centimeter difference only, I don't know, in this kind of area. And then we have my hip, which was in the widest part, it was 113 centimeters. And then right thigh 66, left thigh 65, and I had my right calf was 41.5, and the left one was 42 centimeters. Also my butt was 112 centimeters. And then this week, these are the measurements for this week. You can see, okay, these are the measurements for this week. It was 73.1 kilograms, and I can also show you now this, what I made, what was the improvement. So in my chest area, I lost 5 centimeters around my breasts. The arms are the same, but the arms never go down that much, maybe half a centimeter or maybe one, but I have to have them really, really strong to begin with. And then I have my waist. My waist I lost 7 centimeters, and this is due to not eating any food. So yeah, that is not surprising, you know, because my belly is empty, and my also my intestines are empty, and that's why I lost 7 or 6 centimeters in my lower waist as well. But there is still quite a difference. And then I lost 5 centimeters around my hips. 5 centimeters. I lost 1 centimeter on the right leg and 1.5 centimeters on my left leg. The calf, I lost 1.5 centimeters on my right calf, and 1 centimeter on my left one. And also around my buttocks, I lost 3 centimeters. So you can see that this really is amazing what you can achieve in just 1 week. And if I put it all together, my final calculations are I lost 31 centimeters in just 1 week, altogether throughout of my body. All right, so as you can see, it was quite a progress in just 1 week. It was quite a progress, and to tell you the truth, I'm really happy about it. First of all, because my clothes are going to fit much better. My bras are already a bit too. The differences in body, in my figure, are going to be even more visible in after week 2, and when I stop fasting, it will be amazing. So I noticed that I can already see the differences also in my face. It's not as puffy as it was, and I also told you that my skin is getting better now that the zits had said goodbye. I think it's really softer. It's softer, and it's nice to see that detoxification works, even when I'm talking about something as simple as your skin. So I think that this is it for today. I hope that all of the the data that I've been collecting for this week and have inspired you. You can also do what I have done. The fasting is not difficult, but you have to be quite determined to do it. Without further ado, I would just like to say that if you're willing and if your will is strong enough, you can definitely do it too. And if you are thinking about trying fasting, then I suggest 2 things. Like I did in all of my previous videos, they have not changed and they are not going to change. There are 2 things that I suggest to do before you start seriously deliberating prolonged fasting. First of all is consult your doctor, your physician, because they are going to know what kind of problems you may run into and what is your medical history. They might have something written down that you already forgot, and that could be a problem when fasting. So speak with your doctor and ask their opinion. And before speaking to your doctor, know why you're doing it. So write as many ideas and as many reasons you have for going through with fasting, because this is going to be what's going to hold you up and keep you going when you have bad days like my family had yesterday. So that's it from me. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with me on this journey. Thank you for your time, and I will see you in the next video, which will be day number 9.